Welcome to Premier League Preview Match Day 12. Today we are going to talk about big boys, the Arsenal, the Chelsea, the Liverpool, the Manchester City. All are playing this weekend. Remember, the Premier League is back. We are going to give you what we think will happen this weekend and our own prediction. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe to our channel. Okay, guys, let's talk about the Premier League preview, what we think will happen this weekend. So we'll start about Saturday, they'll move to the Sunday game. So let's start with the Saturday games. And the first game on Saturday is Leicester is hosting Chelsea. What do you think will happen, and give us your prediction of that game?
For me, I think it's a game that is promising. Chelsea are looking to finish in the top 4 this season. That's the campaign for them. Leicester City are trying to avoid ushering themselves back into the championship. So it's going to be a scrapped fight in the sense that Leicester have more motivation. You know, it's a difference of when you're motivated by pleasure or by pain. You know, sometimes when you're motivated by pain, you fight better, I guess. So in this scenario, hopefully Leicester have enough motivation to play Chelsea and to win.
So what do you think will happen in that game?
It's
Maestro will keep cooking.
If food already the bone now, what is it still cooking? I just feel like this is a game where you're going back to your former side to play against them. It's going to be tough because you don't know what the new manager is there with, because these are the same players you worked with. Some of them might say they know half of your rule book. They know some little of your tactics, so they might have a way of hurting you if the players want to actually play. But Steve Cooper has a way of kind of keeping teams in a balance. You know, he doesn't go above his pay grade to hunt for Premier League titles, and he doesn't relegate teams. He stays with the team he knows. He stays on the job and make sure the team finishes around the middle table. And I think that's what he will be doing in this game, trying to stop Chelsea from getting to the top 4.
Okay, what do you think will happen? What is your prediction for that game? Chelsea, Palmer is back. Everybody is back from injury. You know, before the international break, some of them had a knock, so they didn't travel. But give us a prediction for that game. Who wins?
For me, I think I'm going to back Chelsea.
Chelsea to win you?
It's a draw for me. Steve Cooper will just have to find a way to make it a draw.
Okay, the next big game is Arsenal is hosting Nottingham Forest. You know, Nottingham Forest have actually done well this season, and Arsenal have struggled. They are 5th, the same point with Chelsea, but they stay 5th. But are trying to. I think this is the game they need to win if they have an intention of at least fighting for that title. Anything less than 3 points from this game is going to be a big blow for them.
Yeah.
You're also forgetting the fact that Nottingham Forest lost their last game before the international break against Fulham. So, and they are also in that conversation of, see, if Aston Villa can do this, if Newcastle can do this, why don't we try our bet? And the manager who is there has done it before, going into Continentals with Wolverhampton Wanderers. So he's building a side that could always challenge. I'm not saying he's qualifying, he's playing to play in the top 4 or perhaps win the league, but he's also building a side that can challenge for the conversation of Continentals, be it Europa League, be it Conference League, be it Champions League. And to be in that conversation, Arsenal are in the top 5. If you're going to finish 6 or if you're going to finish 5, you need to beat people that are in that conversation, are people that want to finish in that position to get the job. And I think Arsenal are also going to be looking behind their side, because they know that if they step out, they are better now. Chelsea is there to take the top 4.
Okay, John, what do you think of Arteta? All their players in quotes are back from injury, apart from few players, but Odegaard is back, Saka is fully fit now. So do you think that this is the match they need to start firing to challenge for that title?
You know, Arsenal have been in a mixed bag of results. I wouldn't say that they've been firing on all cylinders, given the fact that they've had a couple of players out. But now that they are back, the question is, are they back in the mind frame? Are they back to, full fitness? Are they going to be able to match Nottingham Forest? Because let's not forget, Nottingham Forest took that game against Liverpool. They start deep and then they hit on the break. Now, can this Arsenal defense, now that we've seen falter in a couple of games this season, can they stand strong? Up forward in the attack, can they make the chances count? Can they create them? Those are the questions. So for me, it's a close game. It's a game Arsenal should be winning if they have title credentials. So it's in their hands.
Arsenal to win for you?
Yeah, win or draw.
What do you think?
Nottingham Forest will continue to shock us.
Okay, Nottingham Forest. Okay, the last big game on Saturday is Manchester City and Spurs. You know, Pep signed a 2-year contract. He's going to stay 2 years in England. So bad news for other managers. You need to up your game if you want to win the league against Pep Guardiola and his Manchester City team. But they have lost before the international break. He signed a new contract, but before that he lost 4 in a row. This is the first time in his career that has happened. Mm-hmm. And during his when he was asked after he signed that contract, he said that probably because he lost 4 in a row, he's motivated to continue. So now he's playing a sports side that are good. Even though they are not playing at the Etihad, they are playing at home. What do you think will happen? Let me start with you, John, because you are a City fan. What do you think will happen? Do you think that can Pep lose 5 in a row?
We are yet to see that happen. If it happens, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's a good one. Rodri will be in the stadium, at least present his Ballon d'Or.
Yes.
Good things coming to the Etihad Stadium. So for me, I think it's a game City can win. I wouldn't put it beyond them winning Tottenham. Tottenham are in a mixed place right now because of some of the off-the-field antics going on with Bentancur and Son. But let's see if they can come together and win or play well. So, but I'm going to back Man City.
Bentancur has been given a suspension.
They are
still going to appeal. They are still going to appeal
for that suspension.
Why they are appealing the suspension, it still stands. And so, because of his standing, he's going to miss this game against Man City. And I think they still have midfielders. The midfield is not the problem. The midfield that played against Man City, Bentancur was not probably one of the top starting players. And there was a Bissouma in that midfield also that started against Man City in the Carabao Cup. I think that lost, and Man City lost that game. So I'm feeling like this game is going to be a conversation of we want to finish in the top 4. It's been tough. It's been tough for Tottenham Hotspur. It's been tough for Ange being in that conversation, finishing in the top 4 since he arrived in the Premier League, and the team not really getting the vibe of what he wants to play like. Though the only thing they've gotten perfectly is the build from the back and high line defense. Going forward, they've not really done that so far. I think the only person who's done exceptionally well in his attack line is Brendan Johnson and the other guy, Son. The rest of the midfielders or the rest of the attackers have not really given what he wants, and they're talking about Richarlison and a lot of that. So I feel like going into this game, you have a lot of pressure, you have a lot of instruction dishing out to Brendan Johnson, James Maddison, and Son.
So who wins this game for you?
For me, it's still going to be Man City.
Man City. John, you're back in
for me, it's funny how you mention all these names and you don't mention Solanke. Because young man has been on fire since coming to the club.
He's a new player in the side.
No doubt, he's a new player, but he's leading the line so far, scoring the goals so far, bringing in the bread. So
okay, now let's ask the 2 questions for this particular game. And they say he's winning. He wins second trophies in second season. Do you think he can win anything this season? Yes or no?
Carabao Cup.
Can he win? He can win
Carabao Cup. He's already knocked out Man City. What else is remaining?
John, do you think he can win something?
Yeah, I think he can.
Okay, let's talk about Pep. Do you think that Pep can do 5 in a row?
Yes.
Definitely, 5 in a row is out of that conversation for now.
For you.
Yeah, because people are beginning to haunt him and they want to take.
I think that's why he signed a new.
So maybe
he likes the challenge.
Maybe after this year he would win another one. You get next season, but this season I think
for you is out. Okay,
he's out.
Okay. Let's move on to the other big game on Sunday. Is Southampton versus Liverpool. Liverpool stay first. They are stay first in the Premier League log, but they have been doing well. In Premier League, they are only lost 1 game throughout the whole season, and that was against Nottingham Forest at Anfield, which was surprising for everybody. But they are playing this Southampton side that are last. They have considered, I don't know, 1 million goals in this Premier League. So everybody's expecting. Everybody is. I'm sad because Ramsdale, I like Ramsdale. Ramsdale is there and he's considered all these goals. Probably he will be relegated and he will be his third team going relegation with the top team. I think that's going to be a record.
The only problem is Ramsdale has got difficult, problem choosing a career.
Well, but what do you think? What do you think will happen in that game? Do you think that Slot will continue his dominance and keep improving in this Premier League?
There was a game I said about Nottingham Forest and Everton. I said you just need to change the way you play, and you just need to get a result in this kind of games, and from there get on. And I think that was Southampton when they went on to play Man City. And they only considered 1 goal, the way they defended. And I felt like they've started from there to build on what they want, and they won 1 match so far. So I think in this game now, it's going to be tough for them because Liverpool is a side that knows how to shut down the attack on the other side and knows how to go forward to create their chance. So if you create enough chance and you bury those chances as early as possible, you might get a deal out of Liverpool. Okay,
Joe, what do you think that okay, what do you think? He needs to win this game because he needs every game for him to retain, at least for him to win this title. Do you think that he's doing enough for him to challenge Manchester City for this title?
I think this season Arteta has dropped the ball, and Slot is here to take up that role, playing second fiddle. So I think he should keep the seat warm. We are going to come and take it over from him.
Okay, what's your prediction for that game?
I would just say maybe Liverpool win or draw, but
Liverpool win.
Liverpool win or draw, but Liverpool are owing me 2 losses.
Okay, when he said the last match, he said the losing streak is not far-fetched, And that match, Liverpool went on to win against Southampton Wanderers. And now it's Southampton, they'll still go on to win.
Okay.
The only place you will say they might be losing points is when they come up against Arsenal in the coming weeks, and maybe they come up against Man City.
They played Arsenal already. I think they are playing next two games. They are going to play City.
When they play against City and what's it called, the Arsenal second leg. But until then, and maybe they've already taken 3 points and 3 goals from Manchester United. So let's grab Man United.
Nobody saw Nottingham taking points off them.
Okay,
they did.
Let's see if Slot is going to continue his
the winning streak
well.
Continues, please.
He's doing well in the Premier League. He's the first season and he is top of the Premier League table. Okay, let's talk about the last game before we give other prediction. Is Ipswich Town and Manchester United. Manchester United have a new coach, Ruben Amorim. Everybody is expecting. They want to see what he's going to bring to this table, because after the first training, almost all the players started posting picture of them training, good trainings, powerful training, everything training. Everybody's happy. So they are going to. I think one of our callers was saying that him playing this team is good for him. He's playing a small team. He's not playing a big team. So he's going to play a small, even though they are playing away. What are we expecting Amorim to be doing in this game?
Okay, for me, first and foremost, I think you shouldn't be listening to the hype. Good training, good down, good pitch. That's not necessary. Just keep your head focused, irrespective of the praises or the hype or whatever. Keep your head focused. Then for this game now against Ipswich, everybody is expecting a win. But the most important thing rather than the win would be
how you play
style.
Yes, everybody is expecting that play.
What
do you think? The play style? Sometimes you come into a new club, you say, okay, let me stay with the old format until. Or do you think you can just?
But then, like Eric Tagon, until never happened. So start the way you
I
mean
listened to his
go.
interviews. I've listened to what he said. He said the tactics is not. When you ask him about his style, play style, and it tells you it's not. It is irrelevant. You get what's relevant is intensity and progress. So you have to, as long as you play for Amorim, or as long as you want to play the Amorim ball, you have to up your intensity.
We don't tag Amorim ball already. We started with a hard ball and he failed us.
See, you have to be on the Amorim side of play. You have to up your intensity. You have to up your passion for the goal. You have to be as agile and as intensive as anything could be. You have to run for every ball. You have to be on your toes. And so far we're hearing that he's already introduced a new player from the academy, from the under 18 set up to the first team training. So I feel like this man is coming to Manchester United to play his ball.
Okay. So in this game, who wins? Let me give you a prediction. Who wins? I want a score line. I don't want win or draw. I want a score line for this.
That's John has been win or draw. I'm telling you who wins and who draws and who loses.
What's the score line for this?
Oh boy, it's tough. But if you want score line, I think Man United will win. But if you want score line, I think it's going to be a 3-1, because definitely Ipswich will always try to score goals. So they will score a goal this match.
John, what do you think?
2-2.
2-2, a draw for first game for Amorim. Okay, let's get your prediction for the other games that is remaining. Everton versus Brentford. Who wins?
Brentford. Please.
Brentford to win. Okay, John.
Everton
to win. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace.
Villa win.
Villa wins.
Draw in that match, man.
Draw. Okay, Bournemouth versus Brighton. Two good guys.
Oh boy, but
Brighton.
Bournemouth, please.
Okay, you.
Bournemouth,
you. Brighton.
I think it's high time we start shutting down the expectations of Fabian in this league.
Okay, the next game is Fulham versus Wolves. Wolves are not doing well this season.
Me personally, I should be expecting a draw in that game, because Wolverhampton Wanderers need a result, and against middle table teams, they should be getting that result.
John.
Fulham win.
Okay, the last game for the weekend is on Monday. Is Newcastle versus West Ham. Who wins? They are playing away. West Ham is playing away.
It's tough. I don't want to get involved in the.
So who wins? Just tell me who wins.
I'll give him time, but Newcastle still wins this one.
Newcastle still wins, John.
Newcastle wins 4-0.
Okay, this is how we are going to.
It's not going to be 4, please. Newcastle win 2.
It is
my opinion. 4-0.
Fine. I said West Ham win if that's the case, but I know it's not going to happen, and I know the 4-0 is not going to happen. So let's just stick with Newcastle win, please.
Okay. Let's see what happens throughout this weekend. This weekend is match day 12 in the Premier League. Slot is still first on the table, and Manchester City. Pep Guardiola just signed a new contract. He says he's motivated. He's motivated because he lost 4 in a row, because somebody's ahead of him, so he needs to win this title again. He's gunning for 5 in a row. Can Arteta do something for Arsenal? I had this one caller that said if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, he should be sacked. I don't know for that, but
definitely
Arsenal board will decide about that. So we are going to see a whole lot of games this weekend. Let's see what happens, and let's see who draws points and who wins. Remember, Amorim is going to play his first game, coach his first game for Manchester United. Remember, guys, to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.